I'm back with some more assertive communication tips. So the first tip that is really important is respecting yourself. So you need to understand that your own needs and wants are just as important as the other person's. So if you go into a situation and at first you're really saying what you want, and then when they start talking and contradicting what you're saying, then you kind of back down, then you're not really respecting what you want and what you need and what you initially came to the conversation to talk about. So as long as you're respectful towards the rights of others, it is perfectly fine to express what it is that you want. So that's the first tip, is just respecting yourself and knowing that what you need and what you want is just as important as anybody else. The next tip is to express your thoughts and feelings calmly. So like I said earlier, having a calm tone of voice, not raising your voice. You definitely don't want to yell or give somebody the silent treatment. Have good body language, and don't lunge at somebody or don't invade their personal space. Take responsibility for your emotions and express them in a factual manner. So I feel, again, those I statements, I feel upset when you take my things. I would appreciate it if you would ask me next time. So you're saying how you feel because of their action and how you would like them to change their behavior. The next tip is to plan on what you're going to say. And this is a really good tip if you have a hard time keeping calm, or you get really anxious and flustered and you don't really end up saying what you want to say. If you practice ahead of time, maybe you even write down what you're going to say to that person, or just general bullet points of the things that you want to make sure that you discuss. So know what you want and what you need before you go talk to them, and understand how you can express them appropriately before you even start the conversation. And even coming up with specific sentences or words you can use. Another tip is you can even practice this with somebody else. So maybe you need to go have a conversation with your boss, but your boss is really intimidating and you get anxious around your boss. So maybe you practice it on your significant other and just have that conversation with your significant other, pretending like that person is your boss. The last tip is saying no when you need to. So understanding that this other person might try to influence you to agree to what they're saying or what they want you to do, but it's perfectly fine to say no. Again, that's part of respecting your own needs and your own wants. When you need to say no, do so clearly, and you don't need to lie about the reason. So if somebody asks you to babysit their kids this weekend and you just really haven't been feeling like doing much, maybe you just need some time alone, just say that. No, I'm not going to be able to babysit your kids this weekend. I really need to take some time to myself. So as simple as that, you're saying no to them, but you're also not lying about the reason. And you can also offer to help find a different solution. So maybe you're saying no to babysitting their kids, but your neighbor girl is babysitting all the time and she's a really reliable person. So maybe you could say, no, I'm not going to be able to babysit your kids, but the neighbor Amanda might be free this weekend. Maybe we could try calling her and seeing. So those are just some quick assertiveness tips. So again, respect yourself. Express your thoughts and feelings calmly, plan what you're going to say, and then say no, and say that clearly when you need to. So those are just some quick assertiveness tips.